Bank holiday football here at the Broadfield Stadium this afternoon. Crawley looking to make it a good Friday as they host playoff chasing Bradford City in a Sky Bet League 2 match which kicks off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. At the moment the stadium is basked in sunshine. We're well away from finding out what the teams are for this afternoon, but rest assured we'll bring you team news as soon as we've got it. But I'm delighted on this preview this afternoon to be joined by Ben Manning, former Crawley boy, local lad, but now a University of Portsmouth student who's studying journalism and has watched the last few games with myself and Tony. Ben, thank you so much for chipping in and joining us on the preview this afternoon.
Thank you.
A little unbeaten run for Crawley before last Saturday. Then it all came crashing down a little bit. Yeah. How much of a reaction is Scott going to want from his players this afternoon?
I think it's going to be crucial for them this afternoon. I've had a word with a few people beforehand, and I think it's all about, okay, you want to pick up points, but it's all about not losing them. A big game against Hartlepool coming up as well. They're not too far off Crawley. And I think as well, where we've been playing Tuesday, Saturday, you'd like to think the players will be a little bit more refreshed. So hopefully we can expect a really good reaction from Crawley this afternoon.
And the home form under Scott has been good, hasn't it? I mean, I know that Bradford are on a decent run. They're unbeaten in 8. They're a very good away side. I think they've won more times away from home than they have at home.
Yeah.
But Crawley have been on a good run, as we say, before last weekend. Home form's been good, just that one defeat under Scott, which we'll sort of gloss over, that 5-2 defeat against Carlisle. And of the 7 games that Crawley have to go, starting from today, 4 of those are at home. So home form eventually could turn out to be crucial.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, as you mentioned, Bradford have got a very, very good away record. A lot better than our home form at the moment, but under Scott it's picking up really, really nicely, as you mentioned, the Carlisle blip. But no, I think it will be crucial, and hopefully we don't leave it to Swindon away in the last game of the season. I can't imagine Scott wants to leave it all the way to there. But yeah, no, some big games coming up, obviously starting today. Hopefully we can get the 3 points.
That little run that Crawley went on towards the middle of March through to the end of March didn't go unnoticed, though, with Scott being nominated for the Manager of the Month award. We've seen already today that sadly he didn't win it, but maybe the season that Crawley have had, it's something that the fans couldn't have envisaged earlier in the season, whoever was in charge being nominated for a Manager of the Month award.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just mentioned that it's the first Crawley manager this season to obviously be nominated. And there were some very big names, some big teams in there as well. So I think it's definitely something the fans will probably look to and think something positive to look on this season. And Scott's hard work really hasn't gone unnoticed clearly by the league. So no, I think that's a big congratulations to him, regardless if he hasn't won it. But no, I think Scott's done a brilliant job so far. Hopefully he can continue that good work for at least the rest of the season.
When we talk about managers as well, Ben, we spoke at Mansfield last week about Nigel Clough, a manager that needed no introduction really. A surname certainly that's synonymous with management, certainly in that part of the country. Bradford come here this afternoon under the charge of a certain Mark Hughes, who's pretty much done everything domestically, managed internationally, managed Wales as well. He played for Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Manchester United on a couple of occasions. Yeah. Talk about legends of recent times. He really is one, isn't he?
Oh, most certainly. I think his first visit here at Crawley, it's such a big name to have round here. It's people like Ronaldinho going all the way to Portsmouth. I know they're in League One now, but it's those sort of names and those sort of legends having round. So, very, very big name to have round here at Crawley.
And we talk about legends of the game, talking of Mark Hughes there's someone else in the Bradford lineup as well this afternoon who I'm sure will be their main striker, Andy Cook, who's pushing towards 200 career goals. In the current game, that's quite an achievement, isn't it? He's been through several clubs to get there, but he's always going to score goals, and he's someone that Crawley are really going to have to keep an eye on this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. He's obviously the player to watch, trying to chase 200 career goals, other than obviously trying to win the game, having that individual incentive of getting to 200 career goals. That is absolutely massive, and it's very dangerous for a player to be like that. You see Harry Kane obviously reaching the England record goal scoring record. It's something really, really big. So those individual incentives that, it gives that player that nothing to lose attitude of going out and playing probably a bit more freely. So, and he's been absolutely on fire recently. So it will be a really tough afternoon for Crawley at the back trying to deal with him.
We talk quite often in commentary about the first goal being vitally important. And when I was researching stuff for today, the little run that Crawley went on, the wins that they had against Harrogate, Wimbledon, Rochdale, all came about because of Crawley scoring the first goal in those games. And I know they came back to get a draw against Doncaster, and a draw against Grimsby, obviously defeat last week where Mansfield got the opening goal. But do you think that the first goal, if it goes Crawley's way this afternoon, will give the players that little bit of belief, that little bit of inspiration that they can go on and get something from the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you say every time they've gone ahead, they've won the game, or they've got obviously a big result, it definitely gives looks like it gives that players that bit of confidence to go out and play and know that, they don't, if they go behind, okay, a couple of the games, Grimsby and Doncaster, they've managed to grab a point from coming from behind. But yeah, I think getting that first goal, trying to have a lead to hold on to, try and command the game a bit more. I think that's something that Crawley really need, and I think the players need, because as you say, that belief, that inspiration, and just that all-round confidence is so crucial for the players when you're at this, you're in this situation near the bottom of the table. So I think that's absolutely massive for Crawley. See if they can obviously get on the front foot early on against obviously a very informed and very good Bradford side.
I always have to put my neck on the line on the radio in terms of a prediction. You spoke to me when we arrived here today. You're expecting plenty of goals. I'm sort of thinking that they might, cancel each other out. It might finish 1-1 or something like that. But you're expecting plenty of goals. So now I'm going to put you on the spot and get you to give me a prediction.
I think over 3.5 goals. I reckon it's going to be a 2-2 draw. That's what my head's saying. My heart probably says I reckon we can nick a 2-1. Crawley have got a very good record against Bradford. They haven't lost in, I think, 6 games.
Last 6 games.
So why not continue that amazing form against Bradford? So my head's saying 2-2, to be honest. So yeah.
And would a point be a bad return for Crawley against one of the informs away team, another team in the playoffs?
Yeah,
Crawley once again showing that they can match anybody anywhere they are in the league.
Yeah, no, at this stage of the season and where you are in the league, it's crucial to be picking up points and obviously not losing them. So I think, a draw is definitely not a bad result. Crawley have picked up some really, really big results against some big teams this season. Like when I came over and watched Salford at home, that was a really good game to come watch and just really be a part of. It was a fantastic atmosphere, and Bradford, we've got a really good record. So why can't we? And again, it's going to be a massive result if full time if we do grab a point. I think that will be a fantastic result regardless. Just obviously we need to avoid defeat. That's the main one.
Absolutely. Well, Bradford have arrived. They are out on the pitch, just taking in their surroundings at the present time. There will be full match commentary with myself and Ken Blackmore joining me this afternoon, because Tony Vessi's not around. Ben will be watching on as well and observing the game. And if you're not logged on to the iFollow to get the full match commentary, then as per usual, even though it's a Good Friday, there will be regular match updates, team news before the game and updates throughout the game on BBC Radio Sussex and BBC Radio Surrey this afternoon with Joe Talbot. It's Crawley Town versus Bradford City, Sky Bet League 2 action, kicking off at 3 o'clock this afternoon.